Yo, what's up? This is just a quick video I want to do on the Notepad-8FX series by Soundcraft. So this is the case. I bought it because I thought, well, it was advertised as, a mixer, which does perfectly, and as a USB interface, audio interface, because as you can see right here, you can bring the USB in. It goes down the channel strip, like you can choose the volume, and it brings the sound down to the main outs right here, which go to my speakers like here and here. So here's the thing, I'll show you. The problem is there's something wrong, something wonky in the software. I try to keep my phone still. Because the first note is being truncated. It sounds like it's, let's call it, it behaves like there's a noise gate active at the first, when you're using the ASIO driver. As you can see, when there's a long pause between the notes, a note might not be played, even though it's visible right here. You'll see, as you can see, the first note, it shows up, like right there, it shows. See, it shows, again it shows. However, I'm playing right now, it does not show up. On the mixer, it does not play through my main out. And this is a big issue. Because the way I make music, the way a lot of people make music, you pick a sample, you want to audition the sample, see if it sounds good, and now what I have to do is I have to, for example, in this case, I'm auditioning a small loop. I want to see if it's a slow loop, and then it just doesn't play half the notes. So I have to, let me lower the volume a little bit. I have to up the tempo, just to have all the notes play. So now you hear all the notes. However, when I lower the tempo, you can see half the notes are not being played, which is really annoying, because basically it makes this thing useless. So I've tried it out. I've switched see, this is what happens when I switch to a different driver. It's not ASIO. Now all the notes are being played. In this case, all the samples. It's ridiculous. For example, my metronome is not being played. My metronome should be played at all time. It should come true. But the way it acts, it behaves like a noise gate. Like a noise gate with a really slow attack. Yeah, well, it fucks my shit up. See, let me put it back to the Soundcraft driver. And as you can hear, the sample and that's being generated, the noise or sound is being generated by the metronome or by my hi-hat is too short. It's not long enough to trigger, to come true. And in that case, it just doesn't, it doesn't, how do you call it, penetrate the threshold. And basically I can't use this. So I really hope Soundcraft can fix this, but in my case I'm just gonna have to send this back. This is useless. Even though the mixer itself in analog mode is is doing its job fine, it's really clean, Man, as an audio interface, as the way it's being advertised, I can't use this, man. So too bad.